Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to a vlog, pretty much. Hi, how's it going? I just wanted to update you guys on a few things, getting ready for, well, basically the next month or two of events on the channel. I wanted to say first off, I am going to be out of town for the beginning of next week because it is our college's spring break, so I'm off, and I'm going to go see family for the first time since Christmas, so I won't be here, so no stream on Tuesday. I will be back, however, by the weekend, so we will be able to continue as scheduled for Paper Mario TTYD on Saturday and Sunday. So please tune in then if you can. Also, I wanted to mention that, of course, we are doing Super Metroid on Tuesdays. I started that last week. I am going to be doing that next week. Our schedule should stay in place for that. But then, I believe the week, let's see, not the week afterward, but the week after that. Yeah. So we're going to have, I'm going to be gone this next week. So there's that. Then, let's see, sorry, trying to do math here. I think we should be good for the next couple of weeks of Super Metroid. Then, I believe the following week, basically the first week of April, Persona 5 comes out. I've had that on pre-order for a while. I've got it paid off and everything. So, what I'm likely going to do with that is kind of the same sort of thing I did with Final Fantasy 15. And that is, get it, do an unboxing, just a quick little, hi, this is what's in the Take Your Heart edition. And then the next day, I am likely going to be doing a longer, basically day one sort of stream. I don't know how long it's going to go. I don't know how much gameplay we're going to get into and such. So, I don't really know. It'll depend on how I'm feeling that day, how I like the game, so on. But I'm going to be doing that. And then, so you guys will get the chance to see Persona 5 if you haven't already. You won't just be watching demo video either. It'll be the actual game. From there on, it'll pretty much, I think, be business as usual. I'll be doing, obviously, the Super Metroid on Tuesday. I'll be doing Paper Mario on Saturday and Sunday. And that's going to be basically the normal schedule stream-wise until the beginning of May, when I do the charity stream on May 9th. That charity stream, of course, is for Make-A-Wish, for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, in honor of my nephew Peyton, who is going actually to be going on a Disney cruise, courtesy of Make-A-Wish. So hooray to them for that, and I want to support them in turn. So I will have the site up in the description if you want to take a look at it. I've mentioned some details about it earlier, so if you want to look back at that video, you can do that too. As far as things are going on the channel side just in general, we are, if I am counting my numbers correctly, we actually are 3 people away from hitting 400 of us across YouTube and Twitch, which is great. I figured it would be a matter of time before we did that. I figured we would do it this year because the numbers were kind of trending in that direction anyway. But it's good to know we're almost there. We've got, I think, 217 people on the YouTube side and 180 on the Twitch side. So it's going pretty darn well. Something I wanted to mention in regards to that is, I know the last couple of times I've talked about our numbers as the channel and how many people and so on. I've been using the term Twitch tubers, which the more I think about it and the more I kind of say it, the more it sounds awkward, honestly. So I've been thinking of what else I want to call us, I guess. And I've got an idea on that. I don't know if it'll stick, so I'm tossing it out to you guys to see if it sticks. But I've been thinking about calling us the C-Team. And here's my reasoning behind it. It does keep a little bit of my name in there because obviously C, but it also acknowledges the fact that it's not just me. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, I'm the greatest broadcaster since blah, 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 because God knows I'm not. I've got a lot of stuff I could be working on in any number of areas. And I also want to really, I guess, whenever people come in, I want to give them a sense that, hey, they're part of a group and not just, oh, look at me, I'm a broadcaster. And also the fact that, I mean, without you guys, I would just be some goofball talking into a camera before nobody. I mean, I'm probably still a bit of a goofball talking into a camera, but anyway. So that's kind of my thought on it. Let me know what you guys think. And if, I don't know, I guess if it sounds good to you guys, I'll probably start restructuring things a little bit in terms of, say, how subscription notices come up on Twitch or something like that, to, I guess, to basically spell that out. Let's see. I don't think there's really all that much else I need to mention, I guess. Skies of Arcadia is going along well. I'm glad that so many people are having fun with it because I've noticed my video views on that. I mean, the last time I've had views this good for a video are Suikoden 2. I mean, because Final Fantasy Tactics didn't do that well. I mean, it did well, but it didn't do as well. And I'm getting probably, on average, within about a 24-hour stretch after I release a video, I'm getting probably about 20 to 30 views in that 24-hour stretch. And on average, I'm getting about 15 minutes a view, which is a little bit higher, actually about 50% higher than my average. So that's really good. I'm glad to see that. And I'm glad people are enjoying it. And thank you guys who have been helping me along, who've been giving me tips and such things like that. And I'm also glad that you guys have been effectively trying to avoid spoilers, because it's allowed me pretty much to do what I did in Suikoden 2, which was play the game, do as well as I could in the game, because in that game I found all of the stars, and in this game I'm finding a fair number of the discoveries and so on. But also to experience the game myself, to be able to see the plot, to see what unfolds, and not have any of it spoiled, which I appreciate greatly. As for where I plan on going in terms of going forward, I guess, after Skies, I know I've got a ways left to go on Skies. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I'm about to drop it and play something else. No, of course not. We're going to see that through to the end, and I figure it's going to be a while. But I'm probably going to go ahead and start getting ready for my next Let's Play within the next few days, just to begin mapping out notes and start getting things set up. I'm going to be a little bit coy and not tell you what it is, at least not yet, but it is between a couple of games that I've mentioned in previous videos. So if you've been keeping up with my vlogs, you know the two games that I'm sort of figuring out. On that front, also, another thing that I want to ask you guys, and this is a little bit of a, I guess, a less fully formed question, perhaps. But after I get done with the trilogy and with Paper Mario TTYD, I'm planning on moving on to something else. And by the trilogy, I mean Super Metroid, Castlevania, Circle of the Moon, I think is the one I'm going to play after Super Metroid, and then Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That's what I'm doing on Tuesdays right now. But after I get done with those, I'm not entirely sure what I want to play next on stream. I've got a few options. I've got my list, basically, that I'm keeping up, and I've been tinkering with it a bit, just trying to keep it updated. But I'm considering something, because I want to do another sort of not really long form RPG exactly, because one of the ones that I'm thinking about is not overly long form really, but I want to do another one. And basically the three that I'm thinking about, and I have a feeling I know which one you guys will prefer, but I want to spell them out anyway. Two of them are on the Xbox, the 360 rather, because I just got a new one, and the disc drive works perfectly, so I'm satisfied. And I have two games that I'm thinking about playing on that. One of them is Eternal Sonata, which I've been playing through a little bit. It's fun. It's very artistic. It's beautiful graphics, beautiful music, especially given that it's inspired by classical music anyway, particularly the music of the composer Frédéric Chopin. That is a very good game if you're looking for something a bit more like Child of Light that I played earlier. Another one I'm thinking about doing is, and I will say, this one would pretty much not just break, but basically shatter my self-imposed 40-hour limit, and that is Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey is a game by Mistwalker Studios. Sakaguchi of Final Fantasy fame was the producer. Nobuo Uematsu of also Final Fantasy fame was the composer. It is one of the best turn-based RPGs that I've seen in the last decade. Well, I say at least last decade, probably last several years, I suppose. So that's the second option. Third option is for me to grab and play Pokemon White 2. So those are the three that I'm thinking about. I don't know yet. Like I said, this is not a fully formed question because I'm still very much thinking about it, but I'd like to get y'all's thoughts on it too. And let's see, I was thinking about something else, and now I've totally forgotten it. I hate it when I do that. Anyway, so there's that. Let's see. Oh, right. Yeah, one other thing is I am looking into options as far as getting a green screen. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm kind of leaning toward the setup that a good caster streamer friend of mine, Snowlit, has for her place. I'm going to have to ask a couple of questions about it because her broadcast space is a lot bigger than mine. I mean, my bedroom is not very big, to say the least. I would need to adjust things. If I get her set up, I need to adjust things a little bit to make it good for mine. So I'm thinking about it. And the main reason I want to do green screen is, because I want to try to get Facecam into the 16:9 games, into the widescreen games, basically, without it sort of blocking off part of the view so that people can actually see what's going on a little bit better. And also for moments like what happened yesterday with TTYD, that I sit here and almost falling out of my chair, tears streaming down my face laughing, and nobody could see my face. It's not exactly a deal breaker, but it does take a little bit away from it. So I'm thinking about that. I don't know exactly when that would be coming into play. It would be semi-soon, because I'm going to be hopefully getting tax money back fairly soon. And so I am at a point where I could probably invest in something like that and do so without doing too much damage to my apartment space, for which I'm sure my realtors would be very happy. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about as well. And with that, I think I'm pretty much out of announcements, as far as I can remember anyway. But yeah, obviously, no stream next week. Going to be streaming normally until April, beginning of April, when I do Persona 5. Then we've got the charity stream in May. Especially once we get closer to that time, if you guys don't mind, hype my charity stream up a little bit. I'm usually not one to ask, oh, whoa, go tweet the stream, go blah, blah, because I'm not very good at self-promotion, and I'm also a little nervous about it. But for something like that, for the charity stream, I want as many people in as we can get. I will be mentioning it in a couple of my own channels, primarily Discord channels, so that people will know about it. And I want to try to, basically my goal, I guess, as far as numbers go, is, as much donation as we can get, obviously. That's the main thing. I want to try to make as big of a difference as I can. But also in terms of viewership, I want to see if we can get over the maximum that my stream has had at any point in time. And that was, I think the highest that my numbers got during the charity stream in November was 16. And that's the most people I've had in my channel to this point. So I want to see if we can hopefully exceed that. So, okay, I am done now. I'll shut up. But at any rate, of course, as always, thank you guys for coming in and watching my videos and my streams and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for hosting me and whatever promotions you may do, tweets or what have you. Those are all appreciated. The fact that you guys are in there watching is obviously appreciated too, because without that, I'm just a guy talking to a computer. And if I'm just a guy talking to a computer, I'm crazy. But if I'm just a guy talking to a computer with people watching, I'm not crazy. So thank you for making me not crazy. And of course, I hope you guys have fun in any endeavors that you happen to join me with. If you guys happen to be on spring breaks yourself, then enjoy, have fun. If not, then, still enjoy, have fun. Hopefully, I'll be able to see you guys around the channel, streams or videos or what have you. Hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see y'all later.